Howdy folks, Doc here with Last Best Tool, and Olight has made another O-Knife, and my friends at Obuy sent me one to take for a test run. Been carrying it for a bit, and I actually like it. I like the shape, I like the texture, I like the silky smooth operation of it. This is called the Chital. Chital or Chital is a type of deer with very large antlers that's mostly found on the Indian subcontinent. I had to look that one up, but I actually had seen pictures of that kind of deer. Kind of an interesting animal. But that's a good name for the knife, although it's black, whereas the Chital tends to have a lot of brown on it. But the blade is reminiscent of those crazy antlers. If you look up pictures of Chital, you can see just these very long, very sharp antlers, and that's coming from somebody who lives in Montana saying that. But anyway, what they've got is a G10 set of scales on these steel liners, stainless steel liners, two standouts here. The only real accent is this blue, as you can see that, this blue pivot highlight here, which is very similar to the splint. And I really like the splint. I had done a video on that one earlier. It has a blade kind of more with an Eastern flair. This one is, it's kind of interesting. I would almost say Saharan, a Saharan flair, so we're talking more Africa. But the shape of it, the design, the thinness, the deep carry, heavily textured. Look at those. They're scratching my fingernails probably. These G10 scales, they have not been polished down like a lot of G10 like this has. So it's taking them in another direction. That's what I always like to see, is they're exploring different colors, different shapes, different styles, different lengths. What's unusual here is the thinness of this. This only weighs, by the way, 3¼ ounces, and they use a D2 steel on the blade. However, if you compare it to, especially in the closed position, compare it to a lot of other knives, you can see just how thin it is, even compared to this one. But as you go into more conventional folders, there's quite a bit of difference here, as you can see maybe here. So this rides beautifully in the front pocket of your pants or your jeans, just snugged up against the seam. Bring it out. Silky smooth operation. Oknife has really got those dialed in on there. I think they're ceramic bearings. Beautiful presentation. I mean, you just look at the edges, the center line of how that blade fits, just the movement. You know, you're not really feeling any crunchiness or resistance once it flicks because of the proper detent. Some you really have to push and then they just fly out hard. Some of them you just kind of cut loose, they don't go anywhere. This one dialed in. Anyway, thought I'd bring that one to your attention. To me, it's another good presentation of a cutting tool, taking Oknife in another direction that combines probably the splint here and some of their maybe drop points like the Freeze 2. If you combine these two, you kind of get into something a little bit more like this. But this one does have some of its own unique features. So it's on the Chital. It's on its own as well. This is a good knife. And with that, Doc out.